Ah, hi everyone. Me is Elisa Macedo. You can call me Liz. And now I am with my friend Ryan Hartwig from the United States in Arizona. I want to understand what's going on in the United States with this crazy election, Ryan. And I thank you now for being here with me, trying to explain me what's going on in your country. All the world are with attentions in the United States because we are a little bit afraid of the process, okay? Not just about the result. When you are in something like this, when you are in some election, you are here for gain or lose. But what I think is the problem now is about the process. A
Yeah.
lot of great things happen. So tell me, what's going on in United States? What are you thinking about this moment in this process
Yeah.
of the
So yesterday, Saturday, basically, the media, well, certain groups of the media declared Joe Biden the winner. Now, this is very, very dangerous, and they do not have the authority to declare Joe Biden the president. So there are currently, we are still counting ballots in Arizona. So because they declared Joe Biden the winner in Pennsylvania, that's why they're claiming the victory. But here's the thing. So 20 years ago, when it was George Bush versus Al Gore, we gave the Republicans gave waited 37 days because Al Gore disputed the process. So that went to the Supreme Court, and he challenged the election. So here we are, not even a week has gone by since Election Day on Tuesday, and the Democrats are already declaring victory. There are currently 4 or 5 lawsuits going on in Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and Arizona, at least, and Georgia as well. So Trump is disputing this. He's taking the legal process, the correct process, and the Democrats are ignoring that. So it's very irresponsible and dangerous for the media to declare Joe Biden the winner because we're going to follow the legal process. And so there's many accounts of voter fraud that are happening. And so that's what's going on. Once again, it's very dangerous what the media is doing. So you understand, in the United States, each state prints their own ballots. So that's some confusion because there's this theory going on in Brazil that there's like a metal filament in the ballots. But the states print the ballots, so there's no federal government control. There's no federal government control of the elections in a lot of ways. The states are responsible for controlling the elections, for counting the votes.
Ryan, people
Yeah.
here in the comments are asking you to speak with us in Spanish if you can, all right? If it's going to be right for you. I just ask you a little bit patience with me, and I'm so sorry because my English is not so good now, and I was in my French class, so my mind's a little bit crazy, thinking Portuguese, forgetting French, and speaking with you in English. But if you can do, okay? You speak a
Yeah.
little bit in Spanish. Pessoal, tô pedindo para
Yeah.
tentar falar em espanhol com vocês.
Yeah, I'll explain a little bit in Portuguese. So,
If you can,
a média, a prensa de Estados Unidos, a média, ontem declarou Joe Biden vitória. Eles não têm autoridade para fazer isso. Os estados têm que declarar isso, cada estado. E em Arizona, ainda estamos contando votos em Arizona. Então, é muito irresponsável para Joe Biden e a média declarar vitória, porque também o presidente Trump está fazendo lawsuits, demandas, em 4 estados: Michigan, Wisconsin, Pensilvania, Arizona. Porque cuando estaban contando los votos, los demócratas no permitían que los republicanos vieran el conteo, observaban el conteo. Entonces, por eso hay muchas preguntas. Estaba diciendo que en año 2000, George Bush contra Al Gore perdió y él pidió igual. Al Gore es un demócrata izquierdista y esperamos 37 días. A Suprema Corte decidiu, George Bush ganhou. Então, estamos aqui, não é uma semana depois da eleição, não é uma semana depois, e os democratas não têm paciência, não querem esperar o processo legal. Trump não está fazendo nada mal, so Trump is just following the legal process. So this is insanity. I mean, this is dangerous because this is how you start a civil war. 71 million people voted for Donald Trump, 71 million people. And here you are saying, not even a week after the election, that that Joe Biden won. So we have, in Arizona, we have a fraud. Tenemos fraude en Arizona, porque they gave us, so when you went to vote, you're supposed to use a pen, a ballpoint pen, and they were forcing people to use Sharpie markers. Estaban forzando a la gente a usar marcadores de Sharpie, and that causes bleed through on the ballot. We have hundreds of people who are submitting affidavits, like signed affidavits, documento legal, estamos firmando su testimonio to give that to a lawsuit. So the Attorney General of Arizona is investigating that. So there's a lot of fraud going on with that. There's mail fraud. So in Pennsylvania, the postal workers were being told to backdate envelopes. So normally, if an envelope arrives after November 3rd, it should not be counted. It has to arrive by November 3rd. Para ser contado, yeah.
Gente, o que está acontecendo? Está tendo ainda as apurações, eles estão verificando o que aconteceu nesse processo, porque está tendo problemas tanto com assinaturas, tanto problemas também com os envelopes que foram entregues na Pensilvânia depois do prazo limite. Então, em tese, eles não poderiam estar contabilizando esses votos. O que aconteceu? A mídia norte-americana declarou o Biden vencedor sem o processo eleitoral ter se encerrado. Porque por conta de todas essas circunstâncias que estão acontecendo, tá bom? Por conta de todas essas circunstâncias, o processo eleitoral ainda não acabou. Então, não é uma questão de que já foi para a corte, nada do tipo. A situação, nesse momento, é que eles estão verificando os votos que foram entregues. That's right, Ryan. Did you understand what I explained it in Portuguese? If I made a mistake, please correct me here.
No, that's fine. That's correct. Yeah. So, I mean... Yeah, that's how it works. So each state is in charge of the election. So our Secretary of State in Arizona, she's saying that there's nothing wrong. So, but the people, so the Trump campaign can start a lawsuit. Anyways, there's a lot of people who are worried, who are concerned that, you know, there's a lot of fraud going on. So we had a protest yesterday. We had a rally, a march in Phoenix, and we had about 5,000 people show up, and we were protesting all day. So, I mean, this, like I said, it's very dangerous. Let me show you on the screen. Can I share my screen?
Yes, you can do so. Okay, if people are asking you if you can't do it in Spanish, don't worry to be in Portuguese, okay? Because we understand. Okay. Tô pedindo aqui para falar em espanhol, tá, galera? Podem ficar calmos aí, vocês, nos comentários. Os comentários não vai dar para subir todos hoje. Vamos com calma, mas podem ir comentando.
All right. So I'll do a little Spanish too. So básicamente voy a mostrar el mapa, voy a mostrar el mapa ahora de los votos. Y para ganar, Biden necesitaba 270, pero si ahora estamos disputando estos dos estados, Arizona y Pennsylvania. Si Trump gana esos dos estados, él gana la presidencia. Entonces, si vamos a mostrar el mapa, creo que hay una manera de... Can you show the map?
Yes, you can do that.
Oh, okay.
Ryan, the problem is that people are asking about the water in the
watermarks. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
and
so
about the Fox News. Okay, if you can explain about these two situations, please.
Okay, so the watermark, I'll do it in English first and Spanish. So the watermark, I don't know yet. So there's some states that may be printing ballots with a watermark, but if the Democrats, and this is just a theory, so if the Democrats are doing corruption with the company that produces the ballots, then they could produce fake ballots with the watermark that appear authentic. Okay, so that's a possibility. But as far as I know, there's no federal printing center. The federal government, for sure, the federal government does not print ballots. Now, people are saying maybe there's a way that Trump knows which ones are fraudulent. Então, a gente está dizendo que hay que saber que de watermark. A gente, mira, os estados imprimam os ballots, não imprima o governo federal. Mas é possível que há sistema, mas se os demócratas têm fraude, podem eles controlar a companhia que está imprimindo os ballots. Então, é possível que los demócratas controlan a companhia que imprime los ballots. Pero pueden ver cómo Trump está actuando. Trump está muy calmado, estaba jugando golf ayer. Entonces, yo creo que Trump tiene mucha evidencia que tiene que presentar en las cortes, porque tiene que presentar esa evidencia solamente en las cortes. No lo puede presentar en otro lado. ¿Puedo compartir otra vez rápidamente el mapa? Okay.
Yes.
Quiero mostrarles esto. Mira, esta gente está celebrando Joe Biden. These are the people celebrating Joe Biden. So it's just this double standard, because es un estándar doble, porque ahora sí pueden estar festejando en grupos grandes con la coronavirus. So it's like the coronavirus doesn't exist.
Yes,
the coronavirus doesn't exist for them.
It doesn't work anymore.
Yeah. So
Ryan, one question in Portuguese here. As pessoas estão perguntando se é verdade. A gente tem recebido muita informação pelo WhatsApp de que pessoas mortas teriam votado. É verdade? Is it true that people vote on this election?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like dead people are voting all over the place. Like you can look at the voter rolls and you can see the records that a ballot was requested for someone that was born in 1908. So I think they had someone who was 120 years old. Una persona muerta que tiene 120 años estaba votando y alguien pidió un ballot para esa persona. Entonces sí, a gente muerta está votando mucho. Otro tipo de fraude. Y ahora es peligroso porque gente, hay otros presidentes de otros países que están felicitando a Joe Biden, y si Biden perde, si resulta que Biden perde, então, pues...
Jair Bolsonaro, our president, didn't do that, and I think it was very prudent from his part. Eu acredito que o Bolsonaro foi muito prudente em não fazer essa parabenização, porque ainda não é o momento. O processo ainda está acontecendo, como vocês podem ouvir aí o Ryan falando.
Yeah,
Ryan,
exactly.
Arizona, you are in Arizona, okay? Você está no Arizona?
Yeah, I'm in Arizona. So let me show you some statistics. This guy, let's see, ABC 15.
And about people on the street, is it true?
Yeah.
Acho que as pessoas estão nas ruas em favor do Trump.
Yeah, I'm with you, Jen. We were in the streets all day yesterday. Alex Jones was there yesterday. These are the people in Arizona. This is from yesterday. So, yeah, we were protesting all day. Estamos protestando mucho esto porque no pensamos que eso es algo justo, porque sabemos que hay fraude también. Mira, hay máquinas de conteo que están mal, el software está mal, y esto pasó en Michigan y es el mismo software que usamos aquí en Arizona. Entonces, pensamos que fue manipulación de votos por el software. Entonces, sí, por eso. Si vemos eso, las protestas. So what we're saying is there's this software called Dominion. This software called Dominion is being used. We can close this. Let's see, stop screen. So yeah, so the software is called Dominion. It's used in Michigan and like 30 other states. And So this software could be used to manipulate the election results. So that's why there's so many questions being asked, and we want to investigate these claims of fraud. And as I said, there's many lawsuits being brought up by Trump. So what's going to happen? So it could take a month. It could take a month. The president would take office on January 20th. So we have until then to decide. Tenemos 2 meses para llegar a una conclusión. Puede tardar un mes para decidir la elección. Puede llegar a la Corte Suprema. It could go to the Supreme Court. Right now we have these lawsuits from the Trump campaign against the states. So in Pennsylvania, it's a lawsuit against the state of Pennsylvania. All the governor is a Democrat and the election officials are Democrats, and they were not letting observers inside. So attorneys representing Trump were trying to go inside to observe the counts, and they were not being allowed inside. And yeah.
O que ele está explicando aqui, gente? Que eles não permitiram ter observadores, tá, do Partido Republicano nessa parte das contagens dos votos. Então, o que aconteceu? Eles foram impedidos de entrar. Então, teve a contagem dos votos, mas o observador do Partido Republicano não pôde estar presente. E justamente nesses 2 estados, Arizona e Pensilvânia, right?
Sim, também Michigan. Michigan também há muito disso, sim.
O pessoal está perguntando, Ryan, they are asking if Biden will suffer some type of, I don't know, injustice then because of what he has done, if it's proved that there was fraud in this process, in this electoral process. O pessoal está perguntando se tiver fraude, né, se realmente teve fraude, se ele sofre algum dano judicial.
Yeah, I mean, if there's fraud happening, I mean, Biden will never be directly implicated in it. I mean, he will not go to jail for that. He might go to jail for something else, but the election fraud that's happening, it's too far distance from him. Ele não vai ir a preso por fraude de esto, porque não está directamente complícito en eso, pero quizá pueden agarrar, pues, hacer otras cosas de ley con Biden, pero ya no va a haber consecuencia para Biden, mucha consecuencia para Biden. But yeah, but if Trump does win, I mean, if he comes back and wins, it's going to cause a lot of violence. Vai causar muita violência porque muita gente que apoia Biden pensam que Biden ganhou, mas não ganhou. Então, quando suceda que Trump gana, vão pensar que Trump é mentiroso, que Trump hizo trampa. They're going to think that Trump cheated. So that's going to cause a lot of civil unrest, muita violência.
But I think it's the process of the speech war, or war speech, you know? It's because they are trying to put the reality they want, okay, happening now on the street because of this messing happening on the electoral process in the United States. Yeah. And they are trying to create the winner and the victorious speech before the process ends.
Yes.
So that's very
and they lecture us. The Democrats lecture Republicans about, following the process. Os demócratas nos dizem aos republicanos que devemos seguir o proceso, mas eles não estão seguindo o proceso legal. Como decía, a média la prensa não decide quem gana, não declara la vitória. São os estados que fazem isso. Seguimos contando votos na Arizona. Temos 100,000 votos mais que contar em Arizona. We have like 100,000 more votes to count in Arizona. So I don't know why they're declaring victory yeah.
So I thank you. Okay, I have just one more question, and we finish this live.
Okay.
People are asking about this watermark on the paper. Okay, is it true there is a watermarker on the paper that if this paper is real or if it's not? Okay. O pessoal está perguntando da tal marca d'água, que está todo mundo falando que existe uma marca d'água, que tem algumas cédulas de votação que não tem essa marca. Is it real, Ryan?
I think that some states do have a watermark. I saw a photo that says that California does have a watermark. So that could be used to show fraud. É possível. Sim, Califórnia tem watermark em seu ballot. Eles sim têm, mas não sei de outros estados. Mas se há muito fraude, como pensamos, é possível que os esquerdistas controlam a companhia que imprime esse watermark. Então, não tem razão ter watermark se podemos imprimir da mesma companhia. So if the Democrats have control or have access to this company that prints the watermarks, then there's really and they can manufacture authentic ballots, then it's pointless. But yeah, and then the other main thing you need to know, outra coisa importante, é importante que não distorçam a evidência, porque Trump e seus advogados têm que entrar agora mesmo a esses estados onde há corrupção e dizer que não podem distorcer os ballots. E a Corte Suprema diz que que outro dia que separam os ballots que foram enviados por correio depois del dia de eleição. So, yeah, but we have to secure the ballots. We can't let them destroy the evidence. Então, muitas cédulas não tinham marca de água e isso já não provaria fraudes. Sim, é uma teoria. Não sei com certeza disso, mas eu visto muito fraude. À noite, eu estava vendo fraude e comunicando, Michigan, are you really recounting the votes? These news from Twitter sucks. Yeah. I don't know what they're doing. Nobody knows what they're doing in Michigan. But personalmente, I've personally seen like fraud. And last night I was seeing some fraud. Eu estava falando com advogados de Trump à noite. Tive que escrever testemunho, porque eu vi fraude também. Eu vi algo. Não posso falar muito disso, mas eu sim.
O que você viu? O que especificamente? Specifically, what have you seen?
Yeah, não posso falar disso, porque e essa evidência, muita gente esquerdista está dizendo, onde está a evidência? Não há evidência. Por que falam disso? A evidência e esse testemunho pertence dentro da corte.
Entendi. Fica tudo em sigilo, então, em silêncio. As pessoas não podem ter acesso externo, certo?
Yeah, like the testimony belongs in court. Like you can't talk about it publicly. If you're going to testify and write an affidavit, that belongs in court, not in the public sphere. I mean, it'll come out later. It'll come out to the public later, but first the courts and the judges need to see that evidence. As cortes e os jueces têm que ver a evidência primeiro, antes de que o público veja essa evidência.
Ryan, we have to finish, but one more question arrived, and I will not do any one more, right? Perguntaram aqui se é verdade que acharam votos no lixo, votos dos militares. About the votes on the trash, is it true? And the military couldn't vote, is it real? It's because WhatsApp in Brazil has a problem. Everything in WhatsApp is fake news. When leftists want, but when is the right, okay? Something that benefits us, we can't say that it's true. So now I will use this moment to ask you if it's true and please explain us.
So there might be some truth to the military ballots not arriving. So we know that there's postal workers who are corrupt, right? So if there are corrupt postal workers, then it's possible that they are trying to interfere with the military ballots. Então, sabemos que há fraude dentro de correio, os trabalhadores de correio, temos evidência que estão fazendo fraude, cambiando fechas em correio. Então, é possível também de militar, não posso dizer com certeza, mas é possível que há fraude com correio militar, de votos de os militares também. É muito possível.
All right, Ryan, thank you for your time, okay? And if you need, I'm here, and I'm very glad because you accepted my invitation today. I am a little bit, worried because of this process, because in Brazil, we think the electoral process in the United States is an example for us because you have this paper vote, and we don't have this in Brazil. But seeing what's going on in your country, it it led us a little bit worried, more worrier than now, more worried, right?
Yeah, more worried. Yeah. I think we're all a little bit worried, but you know, I trust the electoral system. I trust the legal process. So I mean, we need to have patience. But yeah, it's been a very stressful week, I think, for everybody. Assim, é uma semana estressante. Eu confio no processo legal de Estados Unidos e no Corte Suprema também. So, yeah.
Different than us, you can trust in your Supreme Court. Okay? Diferente da gente, o Ryan pode acreditar na Corte Suprema norte-americana, porque o brasileiro, se depender do STF, a gente tá na vala.
Yeah. Tá bom. Ótimo. Thank you so much. Boa noite. Thank you.
Boa noite para você também.
Boa noite, gente. Tchau.